It's happened again. Yep, I got another one. So we are now opening the Fort Worth Fabric Studio Sewscription Box. It is a bi-monthly box. It is $69.96 every other month, and I'm purchasing this with my own money. So this is my, review of everything that we get in this awesome box. This one feels a little heavier than we've been getting, so we will see what we have in here. Ooh, okay. So, excuse me, we have what appears to be 3 things in here this month. The first thing that I'm seeing is a sticker. You know how much I love stickers. It says, "Quilt what you love." And on here, this says this has a $5 value. And then we have a fat quarter bundle of confetti solids that are of Christmassy color. So I'm guessing this is going to be our Christmas box. And that says that is a value of $45. I'm rounding slightly up. So we are up to $50 between these two. I never know what to do with solids, especially Christmas ones. So hopefully I will be able to find a pattern that'll go with that. And then we have a quilt kit. It is the Waverly Glisten quilt kit. This one is worth $55. And I am going to open up the fabrics and everything with it to see what we got. It is a Villa Rosa pattern, so we know that's going to be fairly easy to put together. And we have a nice printout of the finished quilt top. So between those two and the fabric bundle we have, which looks like it might match up. Oh, they were even nice. They have this fabric labeled as contrast. And then I'm just going to pull them off one at a time. We have red Christmas trees. This is labeled as binding. So I appreciate that they are labeling things. We have ornaments. We have words that say... they look like they are Christmas songs. I see Silent Night, A Child is Born, The First Noel, a really pretty pink fabric, Christmas trees with the light background, Christmassy flower, a large floral with a green background, almost a minty background. Little stars. Holly berries. And a large scale ornament print. So I'm kind of excited about this because, it gives us a full kit. That's a comment that I've made in some of the previous boxes in the past that said I'd rather a project than just random yardage. So I guess they are listening, and everything else. So I really like this kit. Don't know when I'm going to have time to do it. I will make time, because otherwise projects are just going to sit and pile up. So looking at the backing, it says we have 9 fat quarters, which is what these are. And then it's got a contrast, which they say, and then the binding, which is a half yard. So I'm guessing that's not a fat quarter of the binding. That's actually a half yard cut. So we got a pretty good amount of fabric with our kit. Yeah, this is definitely a larger cut of it. And then the contrast is also a larger cut. So we got quite a bit of fabric in this kit. And because it's a Villa Rosa pattern, it is very easy. We're cutting a bunch of squares. It's just a bunch of squares, and we're making some half square triangles and doing all that fun stuff. So I think this is going to be a pretty easy one to put together. I will probably dedicate a live to it, probably closer to Thanksgiving, because I think that's where my schedule is going to go with the next couple of weeks. And at least that way I can say I've made a Christmas quilt this season. Although I did do the table runner a few months back, which hasn't been quilted. So we have a $55, a $45, and a $5. That totals to $105 approximately for this box, which we pay $69.96 for every other month. I feel like the value is there because we got more than we paid. And this time we got a fun pattern and everything. So like I said, I'm very excited about that. I will have a link to Fort Worth Fabric Studio and their Sewscription Box in the description below if you are interested in signing up. It is a, excuse me, it is an every other month commitment. So it is $69.96 every, other month. And that gets you just your random stuff that Fort Worth Fabric Studio has decided to curate for that month. So yeah, I think we had a good box this month, and we will see what happens in January. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Toodles!